Hello, 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 hello. Hello! Okay, 1 second. I keep saying hello for this moment. Because why have you decided? Yeah, you don't have desktop audio. Of course you don't. Why would you have desktop audio? You can hear me. You can hear me perfectly well. Why can't you hear everybody else? Nope, it's the case of it's not picking up that there is desktop audio. Yep, just me. Only me. So I... It's just me. No one else is actually here at the moment. Why are you not... Why are you not picking up the audio? Give me audio. What if I give this one? Okay. We now have desktop audio. Hooray!
Yay!
Oh god, the desktop audio is real loud. Let me turn that down.
No!
Let
That
me
was so loud.
let me put that down to
fine.
around about there. That looks to be about right on the squiggly lines.
So we're not deafening everyone, are we not?
I mean, you might have done a minute ago, but if anybody's still around who has
Yeah.
headphones in and didn't get their eardrums just burst by Robin exuberantly saying yay, welcome to the stream. Everything's going swimmingly, and this is a wonderful computer that I helped put together, and definitely endorse my handiwork on it and it as a general computer. I'm still broadcasting from the remote location in the orbit around Jupiter, which is definitely where I am right now.
Oh, you saved the red spot.
Oh, still there. Still there.
Well, definitely.
Um,
So that
and so, hopefully, things are going to work for the rest of the stream now.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. I mean, I believe the stream can hear you guys now. I can certainly see a green bar going up and down with audio when you speak, which I trust to be a good thing.
Yay.
My name is John. I am this disembodied voice associated with that flashing image. I am joined by Brian.
Hello.
By Stanza.
Howdy, howdy.
By Tanny.
I'm gay.
By our regular disembodied voice, Sarah.
Yeah. Special anymore.
And
You
by
have company.
I do.
and by the disembodied voice of our DM, Robin.
Hello.
And now over to Tanny for a recap of what happened last time.
I'm still gay. Oh god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh.
Who's that guy?
Some gay guy, I don't know. Very religious apparently. Hey guys. Let me just put this mic around. Can you hello? Hello? Can you hear me, guys?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, hello. Okay, so in my drills, I have 1/6 being Okay. Listen. So in my notes, what we have done so far is that we have traveled along from. Can somebody help me here, guys? My brain's all over the place. Where
we
was I
left
again?
Baldur's Gate.
Where we just gone. So we just left Baldur's Gate, and we were like traveling down to
We are traveling north.
Daggerford, I think. Okay, that's enough. But we're traveling north. Okay, cool. Okay. And we stopped, and we had a bit of a moment, and unfortunately, somebody died. And so we're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. We were split into teams. Me and Morg. Well, Alan. I don't know whether you want to be called Morg or Alan. We found out that is one of his arch nemesis, Genie Doubtfire. We yeah. So we had that suspicion of that guy. There was like tourism. Mary did something. And the other guys did something. And basically we kind of found out that some with the people that Artorias was checking out may have sold some sort of poison, which could have been lead to this guy's death. And we tried to think it was either Gene Doubtfire, which I don't think he did. But later on, we kind of found out there was this one guy. His name was Clark, and funny enough, right? He had my invention, and I was like really, really surprised and shocked and scared. So I didn't know what I was doing. I confronted him. I don't know why I confronted him. That was all over the place. I didn't know what to do. I just said, hi, you got my invention. I think that's mine. So the guy got back, but we believe that he's the one who did the murder. And we tried to interrogate him. Anyone else remember anything? Did he say anything else?
We brought him to justice.
We bought him. Yeah, okay, yeah. I tried to ask him a lot of questions about my dad. He didn't seem to know him. No, the fact is that there was some stuff like proper, like my invention was fully more alternative from what it originally was. I think that was it. Did I miss anything, guys? Kasper, did I miss anything? Sarah, Mary?
You mentioned you found it was who stole your stuff, right?
Yeah. It was just a bunch of bandits, which might have been hired by the other guy. That were like kind of got by the cultists that were kind of seemed to be popping in quite often more. Did Artorias, Mary? Did you and Artorias found anything at all about that guy? Like, is it the one with the poison?
Artori, yeah, his friend. He talked into my head, and I didn't like that.
That's cool.
It was very rude. It was very rude, Daphne. But I think he knew things about Artorias.
He mentioned.
I think they had things in common and beliefs in common. And
Artorias mentioned that his friend did not have a jaw.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh.
Okay, I better put that in my note down as well, because I think I'm missing a bit.
A jaw is an important bone in the human skull.
I am very aware of that. Thank you. I shall add that to my notes. Thank you. I think that's our conclusion. Am I missing anything else, guys? Because it's difficult to like try and write some notes while the rope's being bumpy. Look, there we go. There's a big bump again. My head.
Maybe you could invent something to make note-taking easier.
Like what? I can't think of anything at the moment. Maybe something's like some sort of tablets, that has magical properties that actually create some sort of archive in the tablet. That'd be pretty awesome.
Oh, I was imagining
That is
like like a pair of hands that write for you.
Oh,
Some
maybe.
sort
I
of
see.
automated word processor.
Maybe. I see. See, this is why I like having you around. You got some really good ideas, Adis. Is there anything else, guys? You know,
That was
It
a
looks
duck
like you're
poses.
trying to write a letter.
No, I'm not. I'm writing it in my journal so I can remember the notes and all that. Speaking of that, I'm not done now. Closes the book, and that is how we
Did someone see a
That's
gargoyle?
the recap. I had the idea, like, I don't know whether it was a good idea. I was like trying to make it out like it's like kind of like they're on the journey to North, and she's making sure that we're recapping what the fuck just happened.
And I'm just scrolling up my notes and I see if someone sees a gargoyle.
Oh my god, they got a girl. Okay.
So anyway, after the whole kind of murder mystery you have solved, Clank has been apprehended.
Yeah, we called him Clark. Not Clark is Clank. Sorry.
Yeah, Graklak has
Rock of-
tried to talk the rest of the caravan into releasing them back into his custody, but they've had nothing of it. He was claiming that basically that he would see the justice done because they were under his command, like under his umbrella of work. But they've had nothing of that, and he's kind of in chains,
We do not
being dragged
believe
behind
you.
the rest. But after many days of travel, you eventually see the walled town of Daggerford built into the side of a large hill. You hear the merchants who are leading the caravan talking, and they say they plan to take a day of rest within the town. As you approach the gates, the guards give you all a good looking over and take notes of your faces, but they don't give you any trouble, and you feel that they're just making note of the newcomers to the town. Bob Hildwarf comes over to you all and says that everyone's going to be staying at the River Shining Tavern, which is the second largest building in the town, the largest being the Ducal Castle, which is owned by Lady Morwen Daggerford. You know that Morwen Daggerford is a popular, fair, and capable ruler, even if she's not as amicable as her brother, Duke Maldwin. Morwen only came into to rule the city earlier in the year, and she's often seen training with the militia that guard the town, wearing armor just as often as the finery of a noble. You know that Maldwin was an arrogant man who was more interested in being seen as popular than ruling his duchy. Yeah, so it's up to you guys what you want to do here.
Well, last time we went sightseeing.
In that case, we should see the castle.
Mhm.
It is the largest building in
Yes.
town.
Yeah, so you wander up to the castle gates, and you're not allowed into the castle, but you do see a placard on the side outside. It's quite a stunning building to behold. This kind of board at the side gives you a little bit of the recent history and how Morwen came into power. And it was because Maldwin was killed in an attempted coup where he ended up being possessed by a fiend and killed by a band of adventurers who just happened to be in town at the time. It goes on to state that they were an elf ranger with a glaive, an elf fighter who had the power of fiery shackles to trap her foes, a tabaxi who had a big obsession with the clink of coins, and a surly human paladin with a heart of gold. These adventurers will then later sent out on a mission to clear out a group of travellers who were harassing the townsfolk in mischievous ways, but they never returned.
That started off being very convenient and ended up being very bad for the adventurers.
Sad times. Sad times. Should we, how are we doing on supplies, by the way, guys? Like, do you have enough, like, do we have enough, potion bottles at all?
I do not
And that
eat
would
or
be-
drink.
I'm very aware of that, Aegis. I made sure of it. I'm more likely thinking of potion bottles, so, like, you know, to heal. So I don't think I've got any.
I was wondering if those merchants we rescued so like were stopping off here.
As far as you can see, the entire caravan is here.
Okay, I wasn't sure how far they were going.
I mean, there's nothing to stop you talking to them.
Were we going to hand in Clank here? Was that the plan?
Oh yeah, we should totally do that. Let's do this. Should we quickly ask the guards about it as well? Because
We should check with Bob.
who's gonna tell them?
Check where the prison is or wherever it is we're supposed to take people like this.
Bob may have dealt with this.
So you're going to talk to Bob, are you?
Yes.
Okay. You find him easily enough. You go to the tavern that you said that you were staying at. Where was it? The River Shining Tavern. Just for the sake of argument, it is, yeah, what you'd expect from a fantasy tavern. You find him easily enough, and you kind of talk to him about what the crack with Clank is, and he says the other caravan leaders have had a word with the city guards, and they are going to take him away in the morning. But they've got him under lock and key.
Well, that should steam Genie up quite a bit.
We should stay out of their way.
Is there anything else you are wanting to do while in Daggerford?
Is there anywhere we could go and look to see if there's somewhere we could buy potions and things?
Yeah, I'll say you find somewhere. Bob directs you to somewhere. And I'm going to say they have 2 regular potions of healing.
How much?
50 each.
I will buy them both.
Did I have more than that?
I would have thought you would have had more than that. What with all the stuff you've picked up on the journey so far.
Buy one if needed.
I can afford both of them.
And the other thing is, while I'm sort of wandering around the town, going to look at the castle, I'm having a look to see if anyone's got the mark of the Harpers.
Make me a perception check. You're not sure if there are harpers about, which, from your knowledge of them, you know, they're widespread. They're keeping their symbols quite well hidden.
I continue.
Does anyone have potions of healing already?
Let me have a double check. Yes, I do. I have. Oh, but it's Elixir's created, so I don't think it counts anymore now. Ron, does it?
No, it won't. We're ruling it that since you've changed subclass.
It never existed.
Yeah.
Never existed.
It was just a very nice drink you made for yourself.
Yeah, so that.
Sorry, Tanny.
No, it's fine because it makes sense. It never existed, but that was the only one I had, but that don't count.
Aegis
I think
will
it only
hand you
lasts for a
health
day
potion.
anyway.
Okay, I'll add that into my thingy, but I think I can probably we could try and get some more, maybe. How's everyone doing so far anyway?
We have already bought the potions from the town.
Awesome. Let me just add it into my inventory then. Okay.
Kasper, Alan, do you have healing potions?
Nope.
Is it the basic
do not.
healing potion?
Yeah,
John?
just the basic.
Yep, just potion of healing. Then here you go, in case I cannot get to you. And he hands you both one of the healing potions.
Thank you.
Cool. It's in my list now. I'm just going by my app on my phone because it's been slow lately. I'm getting chocolate because I'm depressed.
Pat the tiny.
So if there's nothing else, I'm happy to move on.
One more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Casper's gonna try look for any rumors of a crystal dragon.
Just make me a perception check, I suppose this would be. Or an investigation, I guess. Yeah, we'll go investigation.
That is the less good stat. Okay. 15.
You go around and a lot of people have not actually really heard of crystal dragons. So, yeah, unfortunately you don't really find out anything on that front.
That continues.
A lot of them kind of say, "Oh, we heard those were mythical," and yeah, as far as they're concerned, they're a thing of rumor. So yes, as you say, you've reconvened at the tavern in the evening, and Bob Hildolf tells you that the next stop on the road is Waterdeep.
Big one.
Sorry?
The big one.
Yes. And as you set off the next morning, you notice that there is a couple of new people who have joined the caravan. There is a human man who wears wool cap with flaps that cover his ears and neck, and I'm going to take a...
Is that Kasper?
I'm going to take a picture that leaf out of Jeff's book and show you the picture.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh, it's a blank page.
Oh.
Oh god, it's
Okay.
scary.
Okay, I've obviously not done that right. Hang on.
Is a blank page? Oh god.
Invisible
Let's
hat.
try that again.
Oh, it's a person now.
There we go.
It's a beanie.
What's with his hat?
What do you mean, what's with his hat?
It's a bit odd.
That's my very bad photoshopping.
You know what, Robin? As an artist, I give that 7.5 out of 10. That's good creativity right there, mate.
I was going to say thank you because it was just done from a few pictures off Google image search.
You know what? That's absolutely fine. Also, I just realized I'm just missing a default face.
The other person who joins is a female gnome with dark brown hair, a fluffy black hat with a golden tassel, and a decent set of black leather armor. And I suspect this is going to be the same problem, so I'll just... No? Okay. You should have a picture of her there.
Ah.
Oh, she's cute.
Nice hat. I like her hat better than the other human's hat.
Hello.
Isn't it, Kasper?
Yeah, so they both kind of journey join your caravan. Are you going to talk to any of them, or?
Aegis will approach and, hello. I am Aegis.
They both. Which one are you approaching? Just both of them, or?
If they are both together, better.
They're not.
If not, then I'll guess. 1 second. I'll roll a dice. That's what we do in situations. We'll roll odds or evens. Odds to go and speak to the man. Yeah, I'm going to go speak to Mr. Mysterious Note.
Okay. Okay, so
Hello.
you go see. He kind of looks you up and down and raises an eyebrow and is like, "Oh, you're like looking as if you're saying you're a bit strange." But he greets you kindly enough. And introduces himself as Barra Joes.
I am.
Hey, just make me a perception check, will you?
I would like to not roll with disadvantage.
Well, that's too damn bad.
That would be a 13.
Yeah. So, out from underneath his hat, you can see tattoos peeking out.
That is some very unique skin coating.
Yeah. He explains that these are quite common from where he's from. And he explains that he's one of countless Thayans who've been trying to find refuge after the Lich Saz Tam has seized control of the land of Thay, and the country has now been overrun by dead monsters.
That is not
undead
good.
Monsters. No, it's not. But hey ho, that's life.
I hope you find some peace here.
Me too. Thank you very much for your time, and he kind of walks off further into the caravan.
Goodbye.
I'm going to ask the gnome about her hat.
Goodbye. Oh wait, I'm not Lair.
You're going to talk to the gnome, was that's Kasper. Yeah, she kind of greets you quite jovially. Introduces herself as Jamna Gleam Silver.
Kasper, I am curious about your hat.
He kind of chuckles and like, yeah, okay, well, you know, I got this hat after I slayed a bear.
Oh. Thought bubble bear wearing that hat.
I feel the bear was wearing the hat, but not in the way the thought bubble is working.
Yes, and you're an unusual colour for a kobold.
I'm a
What's this?
I'm a devotee of Kalinka the Crystalline.
She kind of looks up and down and's like, I've not actually heard of that one. I'd be interested to hear about them at some point, though.
Stans would have to figure out stuff to say. Just like this was this is where Kasper learned about monk stuff.
Yeah. We can gloss over that though at the time being if you've not got anything prepared.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that behind the scenes. But yeah, you have a nice chat with Jamna and
They're various teaching Kasper to get along with gnomes.
And I was going to say, you kind of continue tootling along. As you are traveling, this happens a few days after you've left Daggerford. Mork, you find yourself riding on top of the, driving like one of the caravan wagons. Can you just make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yes, and I've just seen that Mork is playing his guitar
Mhm.
as he goes about it. That's a 20.
You feel a sudden lurch and are actually thrown from the seat of the caravan, the wagon that you're driving. But you manage to kind of do a little bit of a somersault and land on your feet as you see one of the wheels is just going down the road
Oh
and it
my.
seems to have fallen off.
That is supposed to be attached to the caravan.
Hang on, let me get it.
Daphne, you chase off after the wheel.
Tall girl running noises.
Very slowly.
Sorry?
Mary's going behind her, but very slowly.
Okay.
The little gnome legs.
I got it. Mama's got it. I got it.
Yeah.
Yay!
Hurries back. Fixes it.
Yeah, that's fine. You managed to fix it. It looks like just one of the screws on it seem to be a bit loose or something.
I tighten all of the bolts and make sure everything was like proper. I check all the wheels as well. I make sure everything's all tightened up and ready to go.
Yeah,
There's
you
nothing
kind of.
else in this one.
You just service the caravan.
Yeah. It takes you a little bit of time.
It's a good thing you're
But
getting
you-
paid.
Just make me an insight check as well, Mork, please.
Yeah, I was expecting the insight check first, actually.
I've run out of shopping now, guys.
9.
No, you don't see anything. But I'm gonna say that Mary, you do, and you notice that Graklak seems to be watching your wagon suspiciously with a bit of a wicked smile on his face.
Son of a bitch.
Mary gives sort of a hacky look back.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, did you know anything about this, Mr. Gracklag?
I can't say I do.
To be honest, if it was me in real life, I would be smiling and then pulling makeup figure up like, fuck you.
Mary's going to keep that to herself, but she wants to organise a guard later around their caravan later at night.
Okay.
Wheel guard.
Wheel guard.
Yeah.
Wheel guard the wheels.
Exactly.
But yeah, you kind of continue on, and yeah, you're just traveling along. You find yourself one evening. This is a few days later. Just milling around the campfire as you break for the evening, and I want everyone to make a perception check, please.
Okie dokes.
Oh,
Sorry if this is moving quickly. It's just.
I realise I can't
Oh.
control my laptop with the mouse that is not attached to my laptop.
Perception.
15.
24 for Mary. What was that stanza?
15.
15. Okay.
18.
18. Okay. Daphne?
I rolled poorly. I only got 6.
It's okay,
Okay.
we'll look after you.
So, Mork and Daphne, neither of you actually notice anything suspicious. Kasper,
I am journaling.
you notice that Jamna Gleamsilver seems to have been showing quite an interest in your party. She's had small talk with you all and has been asking quite innocuous questions and talking about the weather. But when you've had these interactions with her yourself, you feel that she's come away taking away every little detail about the people and their surroundings. Mary and Aegis, you notice that, and you also notice that Gleam Silver has been showing a lot of interest in the cultists' wagons at the same time. While you aren't travelling together during rests, you often see her sidling up near enough to eavesdrop on Abzara's Joes and see what he might be saying. And you've also spotted her lurking near the cult wagons when the cultists are busy with other tasks that aren't involving the wagons being closely guarded. But you both...
Sorry to interrupt. Have we noticed her making small talk with these people, or is she just listening to she's listening in on them?
She seems to be just listening.
Okay.
But you also notice and get the feeling that Gleam Silver has noticed that you are watching her too.
She knows we know, you know.
She knows that we know that she knows that you know, and all that we knows, and everything that knows.
What do you mean in that situation?
We know that you know that you know that we know, and that they know, and also we know, and then all that knows. Yes.
Well, maybe she should know that the last person who did stuff died.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't know if she does know that.
Well,
I don't know that either. Why am I in Tanny mode? I need to go back into Daphne mode. Hey guys.
Oh, hi Daphne.
Oh, hi guys.
Some weird person was here just a minute ago.
Oh, really?
They were friendly though.
What are you guys staring at them now? What's going on? She's just doing a bit of journaling. She's like trying to figure out she was actually checking out her pistol, like what actually has been changed and everything. It's like any other way she could probably do anything to it. Until she realized that everyone is staring at Gemna. What are you staring over there for?
I think we should find out what she knows.
Why she's here.
I just worried about getting in more trouble. But then again, this is trouble.
Well, we can warn the last person who got curious about how the cultists got dead.
Oh yeah, you may be right on that one, Kasper.
We have been trying something new to assist with finding out the truth. We could try it tomorrow on Gemna.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm curious about this new method.
It is a spell.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was going to involve blankets and cake.
Oh.
There could be cake.
Oh.
I'm not allowed cake. They just told me I'm a little bit high in sugar at the moment.
You did need to maintain your sugar levels.
Well, maybe we can give you a pie. Pie's a cake-ish shaped, kinda, if it's the right kind of cake.
It's because I can't keep constantly eating the donuts most of the time. He said it's not a source of meals, not even a meal content thing. I was
It is not a good source of nutrition.
Yeah, like that, but what they said. Let's see.
Mary, you are good at making small talk.
I am. I can go and talk to her.
You're the most prolific at the talk.
Tomorrow, will you come with me to make the small talk?
I can do. That would be lovely, Aegis. It's a long time since we've gone and had a little adventure. I don't know if we've ever really gone and had a little adventure, just the two of us. I think this sounds like an exciting plan.
It has been a while. I assume we have done it at some point.
Well, you had that entire adventure at the Raiders camp.
We had that entire adventure at the Raiders camp, remember?
Yes. Oh, well.
That was a
well
while
then.
ago.
So this is a good time to do it again.
Okay. So you plan to talk to Gleam Silver the next morning
Yes.
or next day? Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Is there anything else that any of you want to do before you head to bed for the night?
Should we make sure she doesn't die in the night?
Okay.
That was a
Um,
question to the party.
We are
all right.
also guarding the wheels.
Oh,
Yes.
Wheel guard can do double duty. Wheels and gnome.
yay.
Okay. So who's going to do the first watch?
I will take it if anyone else wants to.
Well, there's enough of us to do too. And I think I would like to have a nice long sleep after this, so I'm ready for talking tomorrow.
Okay. And
Artorius can also take a watch.
yes, you notice that Artorius has been very quiet, and he has turned into the cardboard cutout.
Cartorius returns.
Cardtorius
Not
can take a
again.
watch.
I will keep
Cartorius.
Cartorius company on the watch.
Okay.
It'll be
So
a very one-sided conversation.
That what's
To be
different
honest,
about
even
that?
He is
To be
a
honest,
very
even
good
if,
listener.
Like, Jeff was here. I mean, like, to be honest, even if Artorius was here anyway, not being a card, he's more likely not going to be responding to Kasper anyway. Just quiet.
so yes, am I right in thinking Mork has taken the first watch?
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone joining him or? Yeah, okay. So both of you make perception checks, please.
22. No, 21.
10.
10. Mork, you don't really notice anything. You're kind of just strumming away at your guitar a little bit.
I actually had an idea that while Mark's doing that, he's actually thinking about making torques for everyone.
Aww.
Mary, you first of all notice that no one's coming near your wagon. But you can't seem to find Gleam Silver knocking about either. You don't necessarily. You saw her, like, kind of wander off, but you get the feeling she's used to kind of looking out for herself. You see her kind of appear and disappear, just walking around every now and again, but she's not really kind of looking like she's been injured or in any danger or anything. You don't seem to see any kind of activity from the cultist wagons either. Any small talk or?
Give Mork mentions his idea about making everyone talks. Mary will have lots and lots of design ideas to suggest to make them different for everyone and particularly appropriate.
Yay.
Those designs would be amazing. It's been so long since I've made torques since my dear Mindy. And he just stops playing his guitar and just gets this far off look.
Do you want to talk about Mindy?
Yes, I think I would.
You notice that Mary's sort of unusually quiet and is letting Mork go first.
Well, let's see her. I met her. Oh, what is time? It feels like I knew her my entire life. The adventures we had together. That time we decided to go boar hunting and the boar nearly got us. But we definitely got our ears talked off for that, but
Did you catch the boar?
no, Mindy ended up with a scar on the back of her right leg. I went back for her, carried her, and we just forgot about the boar.
Oh.
I think I was 15 when I told her that I loved her. We were 20 when we married. And then that night happened, and I lost myself.
How old do you think you were when that happened, Alan? How long were you together for?
5 years. You just meet someone like that, and you don't know if you'll ever find love again.
But even if you do, it won't be the same. It'll be different. She will always be special to you.
She will, and I just miss her. Mark just quietly breaks down crying with a hand over his face.
Oh, Mary sort of like pats him on the back. Sort of tries to give him a hug, but obviously he's quite a lot bigger than. And talking about them and living our life is how we keep them alive and keep them with us.
Yes, that's right. She's with me still, I guess, in my heart. Oh, all the things we were present for back home in Croy. Did I ever tell you about that time one of our fellow orcs tried to make a flying machine that you strap onto your back?
No. Did it work? Did you have a try?
No, unfortunately, the poor fellow tried to jump off of the tallest building in town, and it didn't work, and he died.
Oh.
It was very disappointing. I was hoping to see it work.
Do you know what? Maybe if you talk to Daphne, she could help you build something like that now. You could be the amazing flying Alan.
The amazing flying Alan, I like that. Yes, maybe I will talk to Daphne about that. But of course, I'm not.
Airborne Alan, maybe.
Of course, I'm not making the same mistake of jumping off of the tallest building in town to test it off.
You know, we can find somewhere smaller for you to try first. Maybe even the ground. And you could jump.
That does sound like a good idea.
And on that note, I'm going to say your watch comes to an end.
Sneezes in her sleep.
I was going to say, who was taking second watch again?
I thought it was Cartorius and Kasper.
That's what I thought. I was just double checking. So yeah, Kasper, if you make kind of a perception check as well?
just a 14.
14. Yeah, the night goes by. Rest of the night goes by quite quietly. Not a huge amount happens. You see the odd person kind of walk by. You hear lots of snoring. You see another guard kind of pass by. They give you a little wave. And the morning comes. And you all sit down for your breakfast when you hear a little kerfuffle starting a few carts down the way, and you notice that it seems to have caught on fire.
Is it Gymna's one?
Oh no.
No, it belongs to an elven merchant called Eldhuri Luel, who you know has been transporting wood from the jungle of Chult. Between the lot of you, you quickly kind of get it under control again. And she explains that a spark from a campfire caught onto the wagon, and she didn't realise until it was too late to deal with. But she seems in okay spirits, considering our entire stock's just burnt to the ground. They say that they're going to continue travelling to Waterdeep with the rest of the caravan, but after that they'll probably head off to get more stock. You get the feeling this... She kind of looks at you, Aegis, and thanks you, and she says, "Yeah, I'm a little bit clumsy. This isn't the first time this has happened."
We might suggest transporting wood and setting your campfire further away from it.
It's probably not a bad idea, that. Right. Excuse me. Yes, I will certainly start doing that, I think. Maybe put a few stones around the campfire so they catch any potential sparks.
Indeed, fire safety is important. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Yes. Well, thank you, Aegis.
You are welcome.
So after dealing with that, you return to your breakfasts, which you kind of all left in a hurry, and you actually notice Gleamsilver approach all of you. She gives a kind of furtive glance around, and she turns to you all and puts a finger to her lips to indicate silence. She suddenly snatches the bowl of oatmeal that you're about to tuck into Mork. She takes out her dagger and starts poking about in the bowl. And after a few moments, she lifts the blade out to reveal a tiny bead that has been smeared in oatmeal. She glances over again towards the cultists and kind of nods her head in their direction. And she kind of, they're sitting and eating their own breakfast. And she whispers at you, "It's a sliver of bone curled into a circle so you can swallow it with a mouthful of this gruel and not notice. Once it's been eaten, it slowly uncurls inside of you, exposing needle points that will pierce your guts and kill you slowly. I suspect they may be in all your breakfasts." At this, she kind of turns to walk away, and she pauses briefly before turning around and says, "Let's all talk this evening." And then walks away.
I feel we don't need my spell anymore.
Sorry?
Well, I guess she can look out after herself in terms of poisoning then. Good.
Mary looks really disappointed she's not getting her adventure.
Oh.
There
Well, I
will
think what
always
John
be
said,
another
his spell's not going to work.
I feel we don't need my spell anymore.
There we go. At this point, Daphne hasn't actually touched her oatmeal anyway. She's continually looking at the things, Ages kept pestering her, eat your oatmeal. I remember eating your oatmeal. And I was like, hang on a second, I'm looking at something.
Gather your breakfasts together.
What kind of bone is it?
I'll cast Purify food and drink on everybody's breakfast.
Okay. Yeah, so what's that look like, Aegis?
He'll just sort of hold a hand out, and then a glow will cover any food within 5 feet. And the food is rendered free of poison and disease.
Okay. Yeah, so you do that. You see the kind of oatmeal sort of bubble a bit. Almost as if it's boiling. And then it just settles down again.
It should now be safe to eat.
And it's like now steaming as if it's been warmed up.
Thanks for the reheated food.
Mary's still going to have a little poke about in it.
Okay, just make me a investigation check.
You know, I'm going to do the same as well. She still don't
Yep.
feel trusted.
Both of you make investigation checks.
Oh. 6, 21.
Okay. Mary, you don't find anything. Daphne, you find several small lumps in your oatmeal that you think could potentially be bone slivers, but they could very easily just be like old tusks, sawdust, or insect eggs. As you're poking around, you do notice two of the cultists keep looking in your direction, but they look like they're trying to hide their interest.
You know, I was thinking about trying the oatmeal because normally I don't like the texture of it, but now I'm fully off of this. I'm really sorry, Aegis. I couldn't eat this.
You should eat something at least. If not the oatmeal, you should eat some bread.
Yeah, we tried. I mean, we tried again to go big with oatmeal, but clearly it's not gonna work. What is that noise?
Sorry, what was that?
We did try it. I mean, like, I did want to try and give oatmeal a go, but I just don't like the texture, so I have that. So, yeah.
It is
It's just
apparently
the whole
also
bowl of
easily
oatmeal away.
poisoned.
Pushes oatmeal bowl away. I think I'm okay now.
When Aegis says that, Mary starts on a little. But you could say that about any liquid food. Think about the time that we made soup, and you could put these little segments in there and never know it. I think does this mean we have to just eat solid food now?
Oh, nothing at all. I'm quite used to doing that.
You need to eat something. You
I'm
can't
okay.
all. You can't all be automatons like I am.
Do you think you would like eating out of Aegis?
Where would we put the food?
Don't know. And I know you don't know what it's like to eat, but do you think you might enjoy the sensory?
We do not have a mouth.
No,
Daphne will go into her bag that she always keeps hold of, and she'll like squid through, like trying to find like this like list of inventions, like thinking like, oh, here we go, and pulls out like some sort of like biscuits, shortbreads. That's perfect. Starts gnawing on it.
Oh yeah, did we confirm that the oatmeal was safe after Aegis' spell, or?
You think so, yes.
Okay. Oh, nom nom.
Yep. You chomp down on it, Kasper. You feel fine.
Yay.
I'm just imagining Kasper coming up from the bowl with like oatmeal just all over his snout.
Who noticed the cultists looking but
That was,
not looking at us?
That was Daphne.
That would be Daphne, yeah.
Has Daphne shared this information with the rest of the team?
You know, I think at one point as she pushes the oatmeal away, then she will notify, like, oh yeah, and they're looking at us as well. Even more.
Mary, maybe our plan is on again with a new target.
That would be exciting. Who are we going to talk to, Aegis? Are we going to go and talk to the cultists?
Specifically those two who are trying very hard not to look at us.
They're not doing a very good job of it, though, are they?
They are not.
What do we think? What do I need to get them to talk about? Anything.
We need to find the truth.
Dragons.
Okay.
I'll say maybe I talked to him about dragons, but okay.
Dragons is a good start.
What?
That will
Who
get
are we
them
questioning
talking.
about dragons?
John,
Hello.
do you have the fan on you?
I have a fan on in the room, but it is on the other side of the room.
Interesting enough, I can still hear it.
We've got a fan on our side as well, but again, it's at the other side of the room.
Yeah, I mostly can hear.
I have a fan on also. It's in front of my bed.
The fan is now turned lower.
Yeah, it just sounded like it was really close to you, but if it's saying like it's on the other side, that's like heckin' loud.
The fan was on high, it is now on low. We have changed the fan.
Crazy.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I can hear. It's okay now.
Hmm.
Damn.
Okay, so Aegis and Mary, and is anyone else going with them? Kasper?
I'll go with them.
I'm happy to go wherever.
I'm gonna keep an eye on a caravan so we don't have any issues with our wheels.
Okay.
So I'll make sure they're okay.
A fair warning. Anyone who comes with us is subject to the spell I will cast.
Good, that's why I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Like Gleamly smiles at I just like, you can't stop me.
If there is anything you wish that the others do not know, be careful what you say.
Okay. So you wander over to these two cultists. One of them you actually recognize as Aralaw from the Raiders camp.
Is that the stern lady?
That was the half-elf. That sent Kasper off to do their own duties with the other kobolds.
Okay, that sounds like maybe I shouldn't attend this because she'll just recognize me. Like we were
It's up to
supposed
you.
to, unless we're no longer being covert about this.
I think they've seen us.
Okay.
I mean, surely they would have seen it at some point anyway.
Mm-hmm. You have been traveling together for like 2 months, so.
Okay, no longer subtlety.
And they kind of look at you with a little curiosity, and it's like, yes. How can we help? What do you want?
We've come to ask you about dragon.
What about dragons?
What's your favourite type of dragon?
They kind of think, and they're like, obviously, the metallic ones.
Which colour
Which
metallic dragon?
Specifically.
Oh, we like, is it the gold ones? Yes, gold.
With the noodly ones.
What do you think about my friend Kasper?
They look down at Kasper. Like, you look vaguely familiar.
What do you think? What do you think of gem dragons?
They're, as far as I'm aware, they're, very rare.
Wow.
As the
But they're still not
conversation,
looking.
as this
Go on,
conversation
John.
happens, Aegis will maneuver in such a way that he is not directly in line of sight of the two cultists, and cast Zone
Okay.
of Truth.
Right. That requires a rule, doesn't it?
That means
Like,
everybody within 60 feet of Aegis needs to make a charisma saving throw.
You know,
Party
but
members
it's really
included.
popular.
Yeah.
18.
Okay. The two, Aralaw and the other cultists that are there both rolled 19.
Oh.
Damn it. I know that they
Mary
have
rolled
passed.
too.
Well, this plan is going
Okay.
swimmingly, as Mork and Mary need to now tell the truth.
Yes.
An affected creature
So-
is aware of the spell and can avoid answering questions, but
Mhm.
it cannot lie.
Is that when they've failed?
On a failed save, a creature cannot speak a deliberate lie while within 60 feet of me.
Yeah, but I was going to say people who've passed.
People
they
who've
know of
passed.
the spell.
They are aware of the. It doesn't say that they're aware of the spell unless they are affected by it.
Right. Okay.
I am aware that the person has passed or failed.
Yeah. If it says that they're not aware unless they fail, then I'm going to say that they're unaware that a spell's been cast on them. Do you think that's a fair ruling?
That sounds fair to me.
Yeah. Anyway,
So
go on with your questions.
Mork and Mary, you can't speak deliberate lies.
I mean, it makes Mary panic, so she just becomes worse than usual. And and I think the chromatic dragons are actually quite scary. And we've seen one once. I was very scary and very unnerving. And we've seen other sort of things that are related to dragons too.
Oh, have you? What? That sounds like quite a terrifying
Oh no.
thing to have seen. Was it at a distance?
It was flying around everywhere. It was very big. And I was very, very scared. And I wanted to go and hide from it, but I couldn't hide from it. So I had to stand and watch it.
Yeah, well, you're a brave little gnome.
It was.
Sometimes people also say I'm a bit annoying because I talk quite a lot and I talk quite fast and I talk like this.
You can kind of see like an eye just twitch. They don't say anything about it, but an eye twitches. What was that, Mork?
It's not the black dragon, because I remember it being smaller than I expected it to be.
Oh no.
Bigger than you
no.
were. It was still quite big and scary. I mean, I don't think if we had a fight with it, we would come out on its better side.
Personally, I'd like to have a conversation with a red dragon. I like red. Oh my god.
My question is Daphne hearing this over where she is at the moment?
I could imagine them being quite loud.
She's like, oh no.
And what's Kasper doing in all of this?
I'm so good. I don't know. My only idea is to try steer the conversation away from Alan bringing up the black dragon, because that, to me, sounds like that time we killed some eggs.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, that would just.
Just to be clear, you haven't come across a black dragon, you've come across a black half dragon. It was a blue dragon that you saw flying around Green Nest.
Is that the one when I was looking at the book and
Yes,
I
that's
don't
the
know,
one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I said, oh, really? I thought it would be bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just suddenly caused everyone to say, that's canon.
Yes. Yes, so...
I think I try redirect by trying to bring up just like some dragons are good at magic and can teleport.
Ah, are they? We've heard that before, but we don't know a huge amount about dragons ourselves.
Oh, what do you know?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes.
Well, I asked.
No. That's why my colleague Kasper's asking.
Well, you know, we know that they are, certainly the chromatics are vile-tempered, but all dragons believe they're above all kind of other species. They're all quite arrogant. But what we do know is you don't want to piss one off.
We were wondering if you are interested in our breakfast recipe.
I mean, I saw your companion over there poking around in their breakfast a lot, but it's more just mild amusement that they don't like the texture than anything else.
We are working on it.
Daphne is very picky. She doesn't like the texture of lots of things, and she does sometimes forget to eat.
She has to learn about more meals.
Yes, well, I hope you all kind of keep convincing her to eat and reminding her to.
We are a caregiver.
Support network.
Yes. Well, we've got to finish packing up ourselves, but, I hope your travels today go well.
Yours go well too.
And with that, they kind of
Oh, you
finish
generally feel that, Mary. Wow.
Mary always wishes the best for everyone.
Even
the bad ones.
even cultists.
Well, yeah.
Is this being said out loud, by the way?
No, but Mary's thought process is she would rather have the cultists close to hand, so she wants both of our travels to go well.
Okay.
Yes, so they kind of pack up and walk off and start setting up their own caravans, preparing for travel. What are you doing?
That did not go as anticipated.
I kind of want to put high thoughts in their shoes.
I'm curious to know what Daphne will ask both Mork and Mary, as they cannot lie at the moment.
Daphne walks straight. Mary walks straight up to Daphne. Daphne, guess what? I just did a spell, and it was really, really clever. And I thought it was really clever, but guess what? I can't tell lies now.
Oh, that's not good.
Is
Were you
it
able
not?
to lie
Supposed to be
before?
the one. No, I think the fact is that we were supposed, by the looks of it, the way how you're supposed to do it, it's like you're supposed to make them tell, not tell the lies, and you tell the lies.
Oh, so it wasn't one of the times where you were just going to get me to do lots and lots of talking, and then people just say what they want to get me to shut up.
Oh dear.
They succeeded.
I
You know
heard
what,
everything, by the way.
Entire, kerfuffle. I'm going to award everyone inspiration because it's just got me laughing.
Yay!
Well, even me.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Everybody now.
Yeah.
Robin, where do I walk? Where do I put inspire? I found it. Never mind.
Oh. Yeah,
Okay,
guys.
continue on.
I don't think it went well at all.
They succeeded on the saving throw.
What's
Is
a saving throw? What do you
is
mean
something I would say if that was a thing that existed in this world. But translate that into
I was going to say you
They
feel
resisted.
They
resist
resisted the spell.
they resisted the
Yeah, you
effects.
Oh, that's not good. I'm really sorry, Aegis. This is not good, guys.
We are not great.
I made sure the wheels were fine, by the way, if that makes anything better.
Yeah, the wheels are perfectly fine.
The wheels
Nothing
being on
seems
the
amiss.
wagon is good.
Well,
Yay.
the wheels on the wagon, so good. Daphne will still continue eating shortbread.
You enjoy your shortbread. It is a little dry. It's a little bit past its best, but it's still tasty
You know what? And
enough.
that's what she prefers, that textured more than oatmeal at this point. But in real life, for me, I
Everyone
like
in the
my
world knows
porridge.
that now.
When you said biscuit, I thought you meant something like ship biscuits rather than a literal sugary biscuit.
I was thinking of like, because I feel like shortbread would be something I would think that the D&D world would have, and I like shortbreads. Shortbreads are the tits, man.
Are they shaped like
Shortbread is
Highland cow?
very good.
You know, just for
They're
the
just
crack,
like-
yes, they are.
Yeah. Robin got some Highland cow shortbread for his birthday.
Oh,
cute.
cute. I think I posted something that was about Highland cows. Actually, I'm gonna send it to you while you talk.
Anyway, go
The
on,
spell
Rob.
lasts for 10 minutes in case that comes up. But, I mean,
Yeah, I was going to move the scene on anyway, so...
that
topic of
presumably
shortbread
Mary
does-
just takes the whole 10 minutes chatting.
Yeah, Mary just permanently is just like chatting, and it's nothing offensive. It's just constant stream of thought stuff, and it just may be things that you didn't necessarily want to know, really. All of it 100% true.
We find out that she has a crush on somebody.
Oh, Mary's not secretly married. Mary has a crush on a half elf that you both knew when you were in Candlekeep.
The
Tea is now spilt.
Is it the door stopper guy? was it the door guy? Every time we try and go there, it's just him, and he always shut the doors on us.
Yes.
Wait, the door guy from the Candlekeep?
Yes.
We gotta see him every time he opens the door, and then he rejects my thing, and then he closes the door.
I know, but did you notice that I couldn't really ever talk to him? And he's not the only person in the world that I couldn't talk to.
And that's why you have a crush on him?
Well, no, it's not why I had a crush on him, but it's why I couldn't talk, because then he might find something out, and that would just be weird. I wouldn't want him to know about that.
I hope that's how the truth goes out soon. It's really exposing you right now, Mary.
I know.
You can hear it in her voice as well, bless her.
This one time,
Oh no!
we were in a shop, and you know what? There was some apples on the front, and I walked out and I forgot to pay for them.
Oh, that's probably why they came back to me and had to go with me.
I'm sorry, I didn't do it on purpose, and later I went back and I put a silver on the counter.
I just thought they disliked me because they insulted my tallness.
Sorry, it might still be that.
Ah!
Oh no, and now everyone knows I'm a criminal.
Ah!
Anyway...
I just love the relationship between Daphne and Mary.
you travel... Okay. You travel for the day. The day goes by pretty uneventfully, and you settle down for the night.
The Sun of Truth completely out now.
Long since gone.
It's gone.
Oh, God, thank God.
Whether Mary has stopped telling the truth yet or not, we don't know.
I mean, Mary is ridiculously honest, so it's not like it really had a big effect on her, and she just kept talking. It just kept coming out of her mouth.
Yes. So anyway, you've settled down for the night, and you are sitting around your campfire, and Gleam Silver kind of comes storming over, looking like she's meaning business, and just kind of sits down on one of the makeshift chairs that you have. And she's like, right, so I'm going to get right down to business. We don't work for the same people, but we are on the same side. We share a belief that the cult of the dragon must be stopped. I need to know what they are carrying in those wagons of theirs, and where they are taking it. Will you help me find out?
Who
We can
you
do
work
a little... Who do I work for?
You the gauntlet or
No, I don't work for either of them.
Are you just working for yourself?
No.
They
Oh.
work for someone, otherwise they would not have said that we work for different people.
Oh, I did not catch that.
I'd rather not say who I work for.
Do you know who we were?
No. Let's just say, in my line of work, you can suss these things out. Also, your Harper kind of thing is not necessarily as well hidden as you'd like. It's not obvious, but... And yours, Kasper. Kasper, isn't it?
Yep.
It's even in worse revealed condition.
I shine every day.
Yes.
Daphne's like kind of worried to speak up now. It's like, ooh.
Yes. Anyway. You know. First off, do you know what they are actually transporting?
We suspect it might be treasure.
Yeah. That's what they were getting from everywhere. Back around Green Nest.
Daphne will point her hand up, like, as, like, you know, your hand up.
Bracklet should know where the castle is.
I'm also suspecting it might do with maybe dragon eggs, because the previous place we destroyed some black dragon eggs.
Well, good on you for doing that.
I won't be surprised if they have more eggs about, which is
We
more
don't think
concerning
they're
in my
actually
opinion.
transporting real dragons, though. Live dragons.
Oh, I suspect as
that
much
would
from the
If they
cart
had-
being quiet.
Yes, that's where I was about to go say. If they had any live ones, it would be even more difficult.
I can believe what you're saying about treasure. Next question. Do you know where they are taking it?
North.
North. Yes, well, that's the way we are travelling.
Castle Natia.
Natia. Okay, yeah, right, fine. Okay. That is about as much as I know myself.
Then we are even.
Yes. One thing I will say, that Asbara Jules, be wary of him.
He has tattoos.
Yes. He says he's from Thay. He claims he's a refugee, didn't he?
He did.
Yes, well, he is actually a red wizard.
That would be bad.
Oh no. That's terrible. That's really terrible.
So just rule me. Well, if people know what a red wizard is, do they want to explain to Mary what a red wizard is?
In my books and everything, of what my knowledge is, that red wizards are really, really bad and somewhat powerful bad wizards that tends to cause a lot of trouble if they were in groups.
Wizard Kings.
They are
That
necromantic
too.
wizards from Thay.
That too.
So
Skeleton
he's
Wizard
sort
King.
of telling the truth, because if he's really bad, he probably is a refugee, because they probably don't want a really bad person there.
They are all
But it's run
led
by,
by really bad
people like that.
Oh,
I was going to say, go on, Mork.
And Mork just comes from the realization and says, "That's how Genie is alive."
That makes a lot of sense, actually. And really bad.
Yes. As you say, the red wizards rule Thay. They are ruled by... I did write this down. Just give me a second.
Saz
Yeah, Saz Tan. And basically their entire country is overrun by undead monsters now. Yes. But this leads me to the question: is why is a red wizard being friendly with the cult of the dragon? And you have noticed throughout your journey together that Asbara Jos kind of has only really hung out with the cult members that you're following. He's not really talked to anyone else.
I suspected he was searching for somewhere to settle, but if he is not actually a refugee, this changes things.
Indeed. Yes. It's concerning, but yes. And also, thank you for telling me what you think what is in their wagons. That means I now no longer have to risk breaking into them.
This is only a suspicion.
Hmm.
So it's one thing we're focused on, but when they were doing the raids.
Yes. And you all do know that they are transporting treasure, because it overturned, if you remember.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is only
Anyway.
a suspicion. Lie mode engaged.
Just make me a deception check then, Aegis.
We are good at lies. We are not good at lies.
What did you roll?
That was a 4.
Okay. She kind of looks at you and it's like, well, yes, thank you very much for your time and your suspicions. You know, I think we could well work into a good working relationship. Yeah.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Indeed.
Also, Kasper likes.
Yes, we did have quite a good conversation a few days ago about it.
I was under a spell earlier, and I'm now finding it very hard not to tell the truth.
Okay. You didn't need to tell me that.
We are having regrets.
I advise caution, certainly if you're talking to the cult.
I think I did okay.
Genie has a fear of seagulls.
Oh.
Okay, that's interesting information. I will tuck that away. But anyway, it is getting late now, and I think I want to go to sleep, so I will leave you to the rest of your evening. And with that, she kind of stands up and walks away.
Bye.
She waves back.
Goodbye.
Before the evening ends, is there anything people want to do?
Someone needs to give Mary a hot milk to calm her down.
That's
Here
easy
you
enough
go.
done.
Thank you.
We are sorry our spell did not work as intended.
Aw.
I'm sorry you had to listen to me talking. I think it was a good plan, though. I really mean it. I know I'm not under the spell. I still think it was a good plan.
It
I'm
will
sorry I
work
said
better
too
another
much
time.
Also.
I didn't hear you say that much, Alan.
No, but before that I did bring up a dragon and
Oh, right.
well, I don't know why I shared that piece of information that Genie has a fear of seagulls, but it is true. He does have a fear of seagulls.
Well, if we can Somehow catch a seagull. It might be helpful.
That particular piece of information will be difficult to act upon.
We need to get a Kenku accomplice.
Get a Kanku to make seagull noises at him.
Or that.
So,
Safer than trying to wrestle a seagull.
Accurate.
so a few. Sorry, go on.
That was it. Accurate.
Okay. So, have long rests if you want. A few days
I want my spell
pass.
slots back.
A few days pass, and you awaken, and the caravan is in chaos.
Our caravan?
Oh no.
Just the caravan in general.
The whole thing.
Oh no. Not again.
I'm assuming you're going to go and investigate.
Yep.
Yep.
You very quickly find someone, and they explain that that someone's been murdered, and points you to where the body was found.
Oh no, not again!
You see that the body is actually Aralor, who is with the cultists,
Oh.
and you notice that they seem to have been stabbed in the back with a short sword.
Oh shit, someone's framing me.
As you are examining the body, another one of the cultists approaches you and glares at you, Kasper. And it's like,
Get back!
we know you are the one who did this, filthy dragon dog. We should never have let any of your kind into our caravan. Your lot cannot be trusted. Hand over your weapons immediately.
No, you leave him alone. You back off. I stand in front of Kasper, looming over them because I'm taller
Dragon
than
dog,
them.
and I go and stand next to Daphne, but it's a bit less threatening.
Out of my way. We
No!
are taking this kobold into custody.
Mork just forward, and he's standing at his full height to make himself seem as
How
big
tall
and
is Mork
imposing as
again?
possible.
How
You
tall is
and your
Mork?
terrible feet and smelly legs
How
couldn't
tall
even
is
catch
Mork?
me.
That's a good question.
Yeah, we need height differences because Daphne's full-fledged 8 foot.
I think we said Mork was a bit shorter. And Mork's a bit shorter for an orc as well.
Yeah, so he's probably not that tall.
What did you say, Kasper?
I think I was just mostly insulting them.
Fair enough.
I don't have to be nice. I don't have to be nice to them anymore.
No,
They
you
are
don't.
smelly and are bad elves.
As you are kind of bickering also, you notice that some of the other caravan members who you've helped in the past, so Samardag the Hooper, who you rescued from the hobgoblins, Tajit Skesh, and Sulsteg the Pole, also come to stand at your side, the ones who helped you in the tavern brawl.
Oh, yes.
And they're kind of arguing on your side, saying that it's not something that you would do, Kasper. You've helped.
That's been with us all this time, like even overnight. So it's not them. Clearly, it's your problem. You just hear like Daphne actually showing a little bit more confidence. Like this is not fair.
Yeah. And obviously, as people are coming over from coming over to your side, more of the cultists are kind of appearing on the other side, and they're demanding Kasper's death. It's beginning to escalate and escalate more and more.
Daphne will kind of like do a little threat. It's like, if you lay one finger on my friend Kasper, you get in the gun. And she gets the fucking pistol out.
I think
She's like, the thing is though, she's not like, she's got a bit of confidence. She's like kind of shaky with the gun.
I
She's
fear
like,
this is
what am I doing?
escalating too quickly.
Yes, Aegis, as you're saying this, another figure steps forwards, and it's Asbaraju's, and he stands between both groups, and he puts a placating hand on the cultist who is kind of demanding Kasper's death, and he speaks in a very quiet but authoritative voice, and he says, "Look, this is an absolutely foul deed that has occurred. I can see tempers are rising here, but I feel you're all tired. Our nerves are fraying from being on the road for so long. All I ask is that we keep our heads and think about this logically. Now, can anyone tell me what happened and what they witnessed? Please keep all your comments free from conjecture and keep them only to the facts." And one thing you notice, this is the first you've ever heard Joe's, the most you've ever heard him speak at any one time to anyone.
He is
And,
now channeling Jeff.
What was that, sorry?
Barrajo's is just now channeling Jeff. So just like detective mode.
Yes. So as it turns out, people are kind of, he's going around the group, and it's turning out that no one's actually witnessed the murder itself. They only ever found the body. And basically everyone's just baffled. You have a little look around the body, but it's all just, the tracks are all just kind of like from people who've found the body this morning, completely disrupting all the crime scene. And after a while, everyone comes to the conclusion that if there are no witnesses, there's nothing that can be done, and the gods will judge the guilty party. But everyone kind of says that Kasper is innocent. Except for the
Yeah.
court.
Yeah.
They can get fucked off. We can fuck off though.
And they kind of just look over at you, Kasper, the entire time with undisguised hatred and contempt.
Mark just clears his voice and says, "You can all flee from a bunch of seagulls like Genie."
They
I
just
think
go on.
I think at some point with the look, so like Kasper just so like is just like rubbing a handful of earth, but it's like against his claws in a kind of, kind of like the finger. Just
Yes.
throwing dirt at people is an insult.
Daphne like quickly like turns to fucking Age, just like, I don't know again. Start having a panic attack in front of them. Like, I know that God. Why did I do that, Aegis?
Remain calm.
Ah! I'm just gonna put the pistol down. This is really too much. I'm
Return it
really
to its
testing it.
holster.
Okay, puts it back now.
I mean, you still have Archimedes, right?
I still have Archimedes. Hugs Archimedes.
There you go. That was what I was getting at. Just like pet your cute friend.
That's lovely, but this is nice. I like the texture of them.
Mary sort of will come and sit next to Daphne and go, "It's okay, Daphne, you didn't use it." And they weren't
No,
threatening Kasper.
Is that what it was? Confidence? I don't like that.
I know.
I don't know what happened. I just like when they started being really mean to Kasper. I was like, I don't like that at all. I think they're mean. Kasper, are you okay?
Oh, was that Kasper? Are you okay?
Yeah.
I am doing just fine. I am.
Are you sure?
I am very happy that you are here.
I'm glad. Okay, now what? Should we just try and keep away from them now?
Well, I
Hold on,
guess
oh.
I probably should, unless I want to fight the whole cultist caravan.
That will not help us in finding Castle Netir.
Sure. I wonder if our friend might have heard something about this.
Is our friend
Trying
here?
I was going to say, you see the kind of in the crowd. I was going to say, actually, just make a perception check.
Who makes a perception check?
Anyone?
Ooh, 18.
12.
Okay. Daphne and Mork making them.
Yeah.
What do I need to roll again?
That
Perception.
was a 14.
14.
17. That is 19.
Ooh.
Okay, so Kasper, Mary, and Daphne, you notice that Gleam Silver is within the crowd, looking on, like trying to poke her head between people's knees, kind of curious as to what's going on.
Interesting. Hey.
Anything else you're doing?
I guess like the question Kasper's like posed to the group, so it's like I read it's like,
Well, if it's like other than us and Gleamsilver, who might want our Lord dead?
I'm just gonna calm down here for a minute and then maybe I will for a while still, because I literally do not. My brain's not helping today.
oh, Daphne is currently rebooting.
Yep. Brain is not working well.
We do not know the cultists well enough to know who does not like them.
So you think it was another cultist?
There could be dissension in the ranks.
And it would be a good diversion. We already know how they feel about kobolds in general.
Meh.
And that one recognized you specifically.
Oh, who was it other than Arlo who's when we talked the other day?
It was just a random one.
Random one. Adds to notes.
That's its form.
Yeah. They didn't kind of have any kind of notable qualities about them.
They're one of those astonishingly average-looking people. That is weird.
But I was going to say, you all continue on, and eventually you make it to the bustling town of Waterdeep, none the wiser as to who could have committed this murder.
I try to see if I spot random one walking around during this.
If you do, you don't recognize them. There's quite a lot of them. And they all
They're
look,
that
well,
good!
all the humans look kind of similar to you, Kasper. But yes, you eventually reach Waterdeep. And as you travel with your employer through the city, you do notice that a lot of the other merchants you've been traveling with disperse into the city's markets, warehouses, stables. You notice that the cult wagons that you've been tracking down don't seem to follow the rest of the wagons, and seem to be heading through to the north side of the city. But before you get the chance to follow, Bob Hildorf collars you all, and he says, "Well, friends, I would like to thank you for all escorting me to Waterdeep. While our journey has been a long one, I am glad we've managed to make it all here safely, apart from those unfortunate two. And despite some of your quarrels with others," and he looks very pointedly at you, Mork. Anyway, I said I would pay you, so here are your earnings. And he hands Kasper a pouch containing 168 gold for the entire party.
Ah!
Nice. So each or just for everybody?
For everyone, so, like, I'm getting out a calculator.
Oh, got it.
Yes, 6 of you.
1 second.
Yeah, so that's 28 each.
Yep.
Your calculator was faster than mine.
He chose a number divisible by 28. It's the one weird number I know.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I was thinking, oh, that's an interesting unit number. I hope that means it divides nicely.
There is 6.
Yes.
28 each. Very nice.
Do you want to just all roll me history checks?
Yes.
2.
Nat 20 for a 23.
14.
Okay. Daphne?
What was it I need to roll again?
History.
Brain decisive. History. Man, my brain is just going now. It is getting late as well. Oh,
Yeah,
6
there
plus
is a
6.
point that I'm wanting to get to, and we're nearly there, so...
12 total.
12.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll give it to Aegis. You pull out from your memory banks that Waterdeep is known as the City of Splendours, or as the Crown of the North. This is due to it being a cosmopolitan city that attracts the most talented artisans, artists, and scholars. It is a large commercial hub for trade access across the lands, and it serves as one of the most powerful and influential members of the Lord's Alliance, which you know is a collection of city-states that aim to maintain order throughout the Sword Coast and the North.
To be clear, Aegis would literally just be saying this out loud.
Yeah. As you are travelling, like, looking around for the cult's wagons, you do notice that that Gleam Silver is still hanging around near your party.
Okay, is this a good opportunity to ask to talk to her?
If you want to.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking at some point try to check if she knows anything about the murder.
She kind of says, you know, that is unfortunate and puzzling. I don't know who could have done it, but I know from what little time we have spent together, Kasper, I know it wasn't you.
Thank you.
Actually, you know, I was wondering, since we're working on the same goal, would it be possible if I travelled with your party for the time being? At least until we discover where the treasure is going.
I assume the rest of the party is within conversation range of this?
I would assume so, yeah.
Indeed.
I mean, yes, but I would still like to know who you were working for, Miss Gleam Silver.
Just know that we're on your side.
I have
Is it
suspicions.
one of these lords?
What was that, Kasper?
Is it one of these lords? Just literally remembering some, like, Aegis's encyclopedia reading.
It could be. So, anyway,
Kasper passes on his suspicion about the most generic-looking cult as being the one who did it.
I love that.
The scheme's a random one.
I mean, Kasper, it was more likely than you.
Can I do an insight check to make sure that she does actually not have any idea about it?
Okay, make an insight check.
I know I'm going back a little bit for this, but
Yeah, that's fine.
I just want to make this insight check.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Let me just.
That's a 21.
I was going to say, as far as you can tell, she's being honest.
Okay. Then we have no problem with her traveling with us.
Can I check she is being honest that she is on the same side as us?
Yeah, insight.
I think I'll do insight also.
Oh, wow.
No.
24.
You
Sorry?
can smell lies.
11.
As far as you can tell, she's
Seems good.
being honest. Yeah. Yeah. As far as you can tell, they are. Right. So, after searching around the northern side of Waterdeep, you do find the cultist wagons being checked into a large warehouse just inside the northern city gate. The warehouse looks to contain construction supplies that are well stockpiled, as well as many wagons that are loaded in preparation for a trip. You assume even further up north. You notice that Asbara Joes looks to be helping direct the workers along with Graklak.
This is getting more and more suspicious.
Indeed.
So they are unpacking them now?
They look to be packing them to go further.
Oh, right, okay. What does it look like? Do all we see is them just putting boxes onto?
Yeah, onto new wagons.
Oh.
And the warehouse that they are using looks... So you know that there is a road to the north that is being repaired between Waterdeep and Neverwinter. And it looks to be supplies kind of that are helping in that. That's in the warehouse.
The high road was damaged between Neverwinter and Waterdeep. They might be repairing that.
What was it damaged by?
You know that it is within the mire of dead men between the Waterdeep and Neverwinter, and over many years it's flooded, and each time it's flooded, the roads had to move.
After
Like
the
slightly
volcanic
further
eruption,
inland.
there was less need to repair the road.
There was a
Volcanoes
volcanic
have
eruption.
roads?
It never went to like 50 years back.
What?
Right, okay. That's a bit of lore I did not know as a DM.
Just confuzzlement.
Yeah. All it says in the source material is the road kept flooding, so... Hey-ho.
Yeah. The road kept flooding.
And the warehouse states that it belongs to the High Road Charter Company, and they are currently looking for people to help escort the workers along the road. And anyone who is interested should talk to Ardred Bryferhugh, who commands the convoy for Lord Neverember. who you know is Lord of Neverwinter.
We should
Dread
talk to this
Bright.
man.
I think the cultists are doing something similar. Him joining up with one of these trips.
Yes. So I'm assuming. Sorry, it might seem like I'm rushing along, but I do have a
You're
point that
getting
I
to
want
a
to get to
specific
before
place,
we
it's
end.
fine.
Yeah. But I am aware we're kind of on time as well.
We will
so you head
go and
into the-
speak to the specific person.
Yeah.
Let's
So you
do it.
find. Sorry, go on, Go on.
I said, let's do it.
Yeah. So you go inside the warehouse and you find a human man who's beginning to go grey, and he is poring over a pile of papers. He's dressed in padded armor and has a long sword at his side. A long scar covers his left eye, and he looks up and greets you with a friendly but grizzled smile. And he's like, "Oh, hi there. How can I help you? I'm Ardred Bryferhue."
Hello, I am Aegis. I understand you are looking for people to assist you. I am very good at keeping. We are very good at keeping people alive.
Yes. I heard there was a large caravan that came in. You were under the employ of Bob Hildorf, weren't you?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, I'm very happy to hire you. I'm looking for people. I'm planning to make a convoy up to Roadhouse to relieve some workers. I'm happy to pay you 30 gold for your entire party for the 10-day trip.
How soon will you be leaving?
We will be leaving tomorrow.
Ah.
As is this other group that are going to join us en route. And he points over at Graklak's caravan.
Excellent.
Yes, so our convoy has 6 supply wagons, 12 escorts, including yourselves, and we're going to be escorting 24 labourers. Now, is there anything you want to do before the next day? He
I
pays
guess-
you the 30 gold in advance.
Oh wow.
Sorry, is that 30 gold each?
So that's 5.
or
Nice.
For the group.
For the group.
Yeah.
So 5 each.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess one question is most likely dangers on the road. Is it mostly undead?
So we've not seen any undead. Near our destination, I do know that we're going to be crossing near the Mire of Dead Men, and I know that lizard folk, bullywugs, and ogres tend to make these homes their lands. But we've not had any problems for a little while. But it is always good to be cautious.
Before we go, can I see whether I can get fancy arrows, so things like ones that explode or
Ooh,
cause things?
Yes, that sounds okay. Just make an investigation check. 21. Yeah, you managed to find a place, and you find somewhere. Oh God, I'm not even sure how to price this up, to be honest. Give me 1 second. Oh. Yeah, Tanny, it was just 5 gold each. So
No, but the other
It was
one.
28 earlier.
Well, now
28.
28.
Mm-hmm.
My brain is just not having it today. I do apologize.
It's okay. It's a bit of a sleepy time.
Hang on.
If you want to move.
Yeah, we'll work it out later, but we'll say they managed to give you 5 explosive arrows. Just for the sake of argument, and we'll work out a price on that later. Yes. Is there anything else from anyone else?
No, that is.
I'm okay at the moment.
Yep. So, the next morning, you reconvene with Ardred Hugh, who welcomes you all with open arms. And as he says, it looks like your quarry is setting off in the same direction. As you look over at them, you notice that Graklak and his other followers are all looking at you with incredibly dirty looks. They do not seem to like the fact that you are still following them.
Hello.
I try to give them an even dirtier look back.
They kind of just grumble and go back to their work. But
I won.
you find that the 10 days of travel are uneventful apart from the occasional squabble between Mork and Graklak, which is diffused quickly by either one of you or as Barajos, who seems to be quite a good peacekeeper, to be honest. You travel along the mountain path, the rough road slowly progressing slightly. On the evening of the 7th day, Ardred says that you are approaching the Mire of Dead Men, and the journey continues to be tough. The journey continues, and the ground beneath your feet gets more boggy and harder to walk across. There are tangles of trees, brush, standing water, reeds, and cattails, all stretching as far as the eye can see. But on the evening of the 10th day, around the middle of the afternoon, you come across what appears to be a work camp, and Ardred Hugh states that this is the location that you were headed to. Your caravan approaches the main entranceway to the bricked compound, and as the metal gates open, a burly half-orc wearing a short sword motions for the first cart to enter, which is the cultist's carts, but prevents the second. He closes it afterwards, and after a few minutes the gates open again, and the process repeats itself. Eventually, it is your turn, and Ardred greets the orc, who is called Bogluck, and explains why you are there and books all of your rooms for the night. Bogluck then directs you to follow the other wagons to the caravan, where you can see the cult wagons getting unloaded, and as you are helping unload your cargo, you notice that some of the cultist crates are unloaded normally into the warehouse. That is, I'll move you over to where we are, actually. Forget I can do that. Sorry, I've got so engrossed in my notes. Yeah. So, yeah. You see Graklak pointing at some of the crates. These are the ones from the Greenfields area out to Bogluck, who nods, takes a set of keys off his belt, and goes over to some heavy doors within the warehouse and unlocks them and puts the crates in there, into the room beyond. Once all crates that have been pointed out have been put into this strong room, Bogluck then closes it, locks the door behind him, and replaces the keyring back onto his belt. And I'm going to say at this point it is evening, and you are all in your rooms. And Mork, you hear a knock on the door.
Hmm?
I'm assuming you're going to answer.
Yes.
You open your door to find yourself face to face with Genie Doubtfire. They look at you and say, "Alan, we need to talk alone." And they motion for you to follow them into the courtyard. And this is where we're going to end tonight.
Oh my
Don't
god.
do it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Don't do it, Mark.
Don't
No,
die,
don't do it.
Mork.
Oh my god, and I can't be here for next time. I'm going to be going into Stratford to see some plays.
Oh no!
God damn it!
Wow, it's going to be one hell of a cliffhanger then.
Right, okay. I didn't know that. We'll work something out.
We might
But-
make some arrangement changes for September.
Yes.
Alan
Yes.
might be suddenly missing the next morning.
Yes, we'll work something out.
We'll,
Yeah.
we'll look at the scheduling for September.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Ah,
I was gonna tell you before, or not before, but I would have told you, but then this cliffhanger just gets dropped on me, and oh, I'm sorry.
Not your fault.
All right.
how dare you?
You didn't know
Have
there was going
life
to be a
out here.
cliffhanger.
But yes, I hope you've all enjoyed that.
Yep.
Yes.
Can I go through everyone's stars and wishes quickly?
Can I go first so I can
Yes.
head off?
Yeah, that's no
My-
problem, Tam.
So the stars is I actually felt really, really, really like tear-worthy about Mork and Mary's conversation.
Mhm.
I thought that was really nice and really sad.
Mhm.
And also my favourite one is basically Daphne trying to think she could be able to use the fucking gun on somebody and it didn't work. That was fucking hilarious. Also, wishes is I hope that I can use the gun.
Mhm.
It's time to use the gun. But yeah, that's my stars and wishes.
Okay.
I'm going to head off now. But
Good
Yes,
night,
good night,
Tay.
everybody.
No
I do apologise. Good night, everybody. Love you all. Bye.
Yes. Good night.
Honey.
Come on.
Yes. We'll move on to Kasper. Stanza rather. Sorry, getting.
One or the other.
I'm doing good. This has been a good session. Right now is a vague memory of just like Mary's yabbering was good.
Yes. I was going to say there has been a lot thrown at you this session, I feel. But I wanted to. Sorry.
It's been a very good one.
Good. I'm
like
glad
it.
you've enjoyed it. We'll go John next.
I mean, there was a lot, but it felt good. Like there was a lot of good stuff there. I have got to like just parrot everybody else's stars of Mork's discussion with Mary was amazing. Well done, Brian. Well done, Sarah. Sarah,
Yes.
Mary's jabbering under the effects of Zone of Truth was incredible. Hopefully, sort of wish for the future. I need to get better at being able to cast spells, apparently, because my saving throw is atrociously low. So I really need to work on that.
Yeah, low level casters be like
Yeah.
that.
Sucks.
But yeah, that's me.
We'll go with Sarah next.
I'm glad we've got where we're going from. I'm enjoying all the mystery around the cultists and this new character. I do not trust this Gemini green silver. I had an absolute blast just doing a bit of role play stuff, a bit of random stuff. I'm just excited to see where it goes next, really.
Yeah.
And Brian?
Stars, well, Mark's scene with Mary, and then just how Mary ends up being after the spell that Aegis casts. Wishes that I could be here for next month.
We will work something out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be we don't do it on the first Saturday. We might
Yeah, we'll probably be able to shift
shuffle it
to the
around or whatever.
second
John,
Saturday.
you're
So we'll
Yeah.
work out the
We'll-
details.
We'll talk about it
Yeah.
off stream, but
Yeah.
yes, we'll work out the details.
Mhm.
Sarah's just saying.
Was-
Yeah. For myself, there was a lot going on. I really liked Mary's breakdown under the Zone of Truth. I loved that moment with Mork and Mary on the watch. I really liked how Stanza twigged, oh god, they're framing Kasper for this murder. Like,
Yeah,
immediately.
that went very quickly. Just like, ha ha, Arlo's dead. Oh no.
Oh,
And then, like, how quickly that just, like, escalated. Like, that was
Like,
exactly the effect I wanted.
Like, I was wondering if Daphne was going to fire her gun in the air.
Aye.
I mean,
But no, that, like, sudden, like,
I was getting
build of
ready with
escalation, that was-
calm emotions.
I was wondering if someone had that.
yeah.
I've started having that prepared
Go on.
since the tavern fight.
Fair.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, no, that like escalation, very quick and almost blowing into violence was precisely what I wanted for that moment.
Isn't it fun when you do
Uh,
that sort of thing as the GM and you're like, I really hope this goes that way?
Yeah. Yeah. Wishes. Oh, another start. I'm glad we're kind of at the end of the major bit of the traveling section.
Hey.
Feel that chapter
Hooray.
has been incredibly hard to run and it's very badly written.
I do remember reading a particular highlight of the caravan bit. Being like,
Wishes. Ooh, just that it's less of a wish and more a general feeling that I hope you're still enjoying the campaign as a whole, really.
"Aw."
But yeah, I think otherwise that is. Oh yeah, and wish that Jeff was here, but I know he's busy.
You unfortunately, you
uh,
can't have everything.
No.
But we'll try.
But yeah, I mean, I know he's been busy, so hey-ho, life gets in the way occasionally.
Yeah.
It does do that.
Yes.
Let's talk about what's coming up in the next week. First of all,
Yes, I was about to say, on to you, John.
First, let me say in the chat, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know we go live. A completely free way that you can support us on the channel. It really, really does mean a lot to us. We also have a YouTube channel you can go to catch all of the previous episodes. We have a Discord you can join to chat with us about the games we're playing and things we're doing. And we have a website, finalbossfight.co.uk, that you can go to for all of our video, audio, photos, written content, all that sort of good stuff. It has links to the Discord, the YouTube, and our other social media presences, and all sorts of good stuff on the website there as well. Let's have a quick look at what is coming up this week. Tomorrow night, on the FBF channel, we are going to be playing Rime of the Frost Maiden. The group is debating at the moment between their various story threads where they're going to be going next, and I think the first plan of action is to set up an ambush for the bounty hunters that are currently chasing down Dax the Unexpected. Which I feel that if bounty hunters find him, it's more Dax the Very Expected and planned out for. We'll see how that goes tomorrow. On Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week, the Angel Games Player over the Angel Games Player channel is going to be playing. He's going to be playing through the Angel Games Player Roulette, where they pick a random game and play that on stream. On Wednesday, Angel and I will be continuing FBF Craft V3, where we will be plumbing in some nuclear